Hi, good day everyone. Welcome to our group video presentation for the subject Facility Planning and Design, EBME 3103. Today, we are going to discuss the analysis and improvement for an organization. Okay. After the team discussion, we decided to go for the pharmaceutical industry. These are the content of our discussion. We move on to the team member detail. Okay, the first student is me. My name is Li Chi Hao, followed up by Encik Yusli and Mr. Wu, and three of us are from Shah Alam Learning Center. The next one is Mr. Ling Ying Hua. He is from Bintulu Learning Center. And the last student is Mr. Mark Kren. He is from Malacca Learning Center. This is our group organization chart. Okay, we have also posted in the forum. Okay, I'm the team leader, supported by advisor Mr. Yusri, and our treasurer is Mr. Wu, and we got two senior community member, which is Ling and also the Makren. These are the task distribution table. Myself will handle the part number 1. Kelvin and Yusri will handle part number 2 and 3. Ling will be handle the material handling. Okay, the last part will be covered by Makren. Okay, let's start. Okay, company that we chosen today is Lembacy Malaysia Sdn Berhad. Okay, Lembacy Malaysia Sdn Berhad, a subsidiary of the Sun Pharma, is an international pharmaceutical company that manufacture a wide range of high quality, low cost generic medication. Okay, over the past 4 decades, they have been providing the high quality medicine to all of Malaysia. The merger of Lembacy with Sun Pharma in year 2015 has made them even stronger in terms of product portfolio and R&D capability. This is their manufacturing plant, okay, located near Sungai Petani. They produce more than 1 million doses medication in a year. Their product range, okay, Lembacy has focused on the cardiology, diabetology, and the anti-infective medicine. Okay, in line with the quality of current lifestyle trend, okay, they seek to continue expanding their product, offering the quality and the validity. Okay, backed by 40 years of legacy, their plant comply with the international standard, which is world-class design, equipment, and also the facility. In Lembacy, they are driven by their core value, okay, which is excellent, respect, integrity, and also the teamwork. This value has inspired them to deliver their vision. Okay. The next presenter is Mr. Kelvin Wu. He will focus on the facility system design and also the system.
Salam Sejahtera. My name is Wu Fok Chang. I'm from Shah Alam Learning Center. This is the assignment task 3 group video presentation. I'm going to do the explanation of the analysis of proposed organization facilities for the topic of facility system and design. COVID-19 pandemic has been with us since 2020. And this pandemic has actually given a big impact to the manufacturing plant. Of course, pharmaceutical plant is one of the industry that heavily affected. For today, I'm going to talk about the post-pandemic COVID-19 in pharmaceutical industry for that facility system and design. First, 100% fresh air supply system. Second, ultraviolet C, also called UVC light systems. And the last one, warehouse and logistic area ventilation design. During the pandemic, indoor ventilation is the key action required to meet the optimum ventilation level, or simply we say to enhance the indoor air quality IAQ. Adequate volume of fresh air supplies is important because to maximize the effectiveness of a ventilation system, which is able to provide greater general dilution of the air contamination throughout the space, mechanical and natural system. In order to provide 100% full fresh air supply to the internal space area, it is advisable to avoid the utilization of energy setting or carbon dioxide sensor control. This is to ensure the fresh air supply auto damper are able to fully open regardless the carbon dioxide content in the indoor area which is lower than 1000 ppm range. Next, the proposal of that post-pandemic facility system is that ultraviolet C UVC light system. UVC light has been used for decades and the result was proven to reduce the spread of virus. The external protein covering the SARS coronavirus, which is distinct virus from the present SARS-CoV-2 virus, has been found can be destroyed by the UVC radiation with light energy of 200 to 280 nanometer in the germicidal range. So, the COVID-19 virus is inactivated as a result of the destruction of that external skin. UVC light is a very common equipment that being installed at the air ventilation system equipment right now. For example, that fan coil unit or AHU system. UVC light being installed inside the ducting or in front of the cooling coil or fan coil unit and AHU system in order to control the spread of that COVID-19. Next, warehouse and logistic area ventilation design. The ventilation design of the warehouse and logistic area are important to overcome the crowded working environment. It can be part of the important action to prevent the COVID-19 spread. The open concept build-up and adequate of mechanical air supply fan system of the warehouse and logistics sections, a large area with the increase of air ventilation design to stop that COVID-19 outbreak. The key concern is to eliminate stagnant airflow in the congested warehouse and logistic area. I believe we should able to stop the spread of COVID-19 virus with the three proposal of facility system and design which has been discussed earlier. Thank you, and this is all my presentation. The next presenter, Mr. Yusri.
Hello, my name is Amy Yusri bin Muhammad Yusof. I'm in January 2022 semester and my matrix card number is 77031415516900. Okay, for today's discussion, I will continue from the from Kevin. In this chapter, I will explain the analysis of space planning and management design and a flow system and activity relationships. So, for these examples, we use Sun Pharma as a uh, as our case study. So then I explain about this definition of this space planning. Space planning is defined as a process of determining the utilization of space within facilities to enable its effectiveness function while the space is used efficiently. For this case, I will zoom into the space management will include expanding, improving, and modifying the existing space. Second, flow system activity relationship. Later, I will explain in details about the flow system that is by continuous process of the movement, goods, materials, peoples, and information within the space. For example, in some pharma, flow of goods is the process of the processing drugs that moving from its warehouse to a counter until packaging dispatch out the medicine or the drugs. For the flow of the material, the process from the receivings, the materials move to dispensing area, coating, filling, capsuling the mass until its storage. And for the flow of people, workers that moving flow within the one department to another department and complying with the standard safety procedure. And the last one is the flow of information. It's a flow of transferring the data information within the organization and the information and communication within the organization or the workflow. So as you can see in the screen now, here is the existing plan layout for the Sun Pharma plan. Previous demand, Sun Pharma is still able to run their normal business process within the minimum unit section to produce their own products. But with the recent high demand on the new products, that they need to expand and improve and bring the facilities, and they need to modify the existing space is to meet their target and the market demand. So before we go to details, allow me to explain about the buildings and the services. Layout. All building where manufacturers of the product will take place. Condition. Condition is the exist within the area of location. Before we design the space planning, it's important the business need to ensure the sustainability of the operation. Number one, location. Number two, at the design. Three, whether you want to create a new construction or refurbish the same area. Four, create new process or think of the future extension. Number five is the maintenance. So during this programming of phases, the designer firm must be defined and understand the client's need, must have and wants the object. What I mean is must separate must have and wants objective. So during this process, each unit organization need to rethink and what is the mandatory and what is desirable. This is very important. So the designer must be first understand the products and the process requirements. And then from there, it start with the accommodation schedule. Second, conceptual layout. Three, equipment and facilities layout. I'll explain in details later. For this first step, accommodation schedule, it defines as all area that can influence until operation required for manufacturing, as well as the relationship and flow between them. Two is also important. The material and the personnel are primary focus, and it also important to develop end-to-end and identify end-to-end process until it complete. And then the person also need to think the flow that process should be a logic. Next, second step is conceptual layout. It's derived from the communication schedule and the equipment sizing needs. During this concept layout, process of this improvement to develop a building block of equipment line. And then the blocks of room are assembled based on the necessary process requirement. The third step is equipment layout and a material flow. It is very important to ensure all the equipments and all the material process as a per plan. Number one, important to scale drawing derived from the conceptual layout. Then define the precise of room size that we plan to do, structural, the grids and access route. And then the third one is also important to take care of the building and fire code that need to be established in these phases. Building block of the equipment that line are developed. A block of room and assembled based on the necessary agencies and a process requirement. The last one, part of the detailed design phase of this project's life cycle. To ensure all the materials and the personnel flow smoothly, during the process, the team can visualize and superimpose on the equipment layout drawings. Typically, superimpose with a directional arrows to the left or to the right. Primary purpose is to the reason is primary purpose of this to illustrate how to eliminate or minimize the potential for contamination of the clean product and the personnel. And this layout also should be prevent a cross contamination. One way flow is always preferred. So that means the equipment or the meter will be not back and forth. So it be best it be in one-way flow. So when design this flow system, it's important to design continuous process of the movement goods, material, people, and information within the space. So the personal flow considered manufacturing personnel, maintenance personnel, quality control personnel. So same go with the material flows also. It considered as raw materials, finished good, also a waste. At this stage process, in order to provide a sufficient space for operation, always consider to provide a space for a movement equipment. So for first consideration, as I said earlier, to provide a sufficient space for movement and equipment access. Number two, room it must be sized only fully understand when it goes to the rooms. And then it also important to look at the extra space for the futures. And then the number four is mechanical and electrical equipment panel also is important to be take into the consideration. So for this layout design, a few key important consideration to be taken of. Number one, adequate space for the future extension. Number two, availability of the water supply, power, fuel, and water stream. Number three, public transport. Number four, proximity of undesirable activity. Number five, accessibility to interrelated operation. Number six, advocating for law to restrict undesirable activities. So in summary, this principal layout design should aim to minimize the risk of error, permit effective maintenance, three, avoid the cross contamination build up and the dirt and dust, number four, avoid an adverse effect the quality of the product. And the design flow that need to be into consideration is start with the process flow, material flow, and the people flow. So after all plan consideration, here is the proposed planning design for Shah Pharmaceutical plant. With the new plant space design, it estimated it can occupy additional 50 to 70 staff that can place a lot more equipment and material. Although the number of the staff are increased, the material and people flow is sufficient. So that's all for me. Next presenter is Mr. Ling. He will continue with material handling. Thank you.
Good day to all. I am Lin Yinghua, student from Bintulu Learning Center. Today I'm going to present material handling. Material handling is a movement, control, storage, and protection of materials and goods throughout the activity and process of manufacturing, consumptions, distributions, and disposal. The main purpose of the material handling is to reduce or target to zero waste from the manufacturing, inventory control of the raw materials and finished goods to secure the productions and goods supply to customers. Of course, a storage area with enough space and also protection facilities is needed to secure the raw materials and finished goods. Raw materials and finished goods of the pharmaceutical manufacturing do need special care. It is because we are dealing with medicines. Not handling well enough will cause health problems, and serious it is will may lead to the suspend license of production from authorities. In order to handle the materials more efficiently, it is suggested to bring in robotics with artificial intelligence and machine learning to automate the flow of materials to reduce the manual handling problems. Previous way is using human with machine to retrieve the raw materials from rack to production area. However, by using latest technology like robot with sensor and handling by intelligence is able to automate the process and optimize the space utilizations. The robot can auto-retrieve and store the goods which are assigned by us, and AI can help to auto-plan all the warehouse space to improve current practice and reduce the waste or mishandling issue. Warehouse with AI control will install plenty of sensors to help them monitor the entire different situation. This will improve the material handling to the next level. AI system will alert the storage temperatures, call for maintenance when the equipment need service, notify stock level, and other information, and it can send to any dashboard for supervisor to notify any process issue, and management teams to lead for more effective plan and decisions. Material handling efficiency is all the time we care about. It is because material involve 20 to 30% cost of the finished good. We do digitalization with AI, machine learning, robotics, software application, and other bring the efficiency to next level. Post-pandemic, all the raw materials and transportation freight charges are increased. We were using new latest technology to reduce our cost and bring us more competitive advantage.
Hi, this video presentation is for Bachelor of Science in Project and Facility Management for semester January 2022 for the subject Facility Planning and Design. Topic is discussion on the solution and improvement of the facilities. For assignment task number 3 group video presentation, my name is Makaran Vijay Maskar. Matriculation number is Z38236830001 and I am from Malacca Learning Center. Contents of the presentation are case study and analysis, proposed manufacturing layout, solutions and improvement, and conclusions. Case study is to establish new manufacturing facility for manufacturing of sterile gel product to address its uninterrupted supply to customer and market, which is a lesson learned from COVID-19 pandemic. New facility is designed to cater bigger batch sizes and in-house product terminal sterilization process activity to eliminate outsourcing dependency. The product terminal sterilization process has been outsourced to third party. During COVID-19 pandemic, this facility had to shut down and reduce their manpower to address the SOP, causing problems in product planning and scheduling, which resulted in disruption of the product supplied to the market. Further, SWOT analysis conducted for proposed manufacturing facility, such as building structure, utilities, manufacturing rooms for all the processes and activities, etc. Also, space planning and management design considered, and flow system of personnel, material and product with respect to activities conducted and material handling aspect. On this basis, the solutions and improvement suggested. Let me show you proposed manufacturing layout. The unshaded area here is the gel manufacturing layout. In this, gel is manufactured in this manufacturing room, then after filled into primary product containers into gel filling room. And these primary product containers with gel inside will be terminally sterilized in this sterilizer. Then after secondary packing is conducted in this area in outer box and shipper, and then the product will send out to the market. Let me explain solutions and improvement now. Number one is structure improvement. The new facility planned to be built in existing buildings, empty space allocated for future expansion. So the weakness identified in 4 slab load bearing capability to cater weight of new 2000 liter manufacturing tank having 4 ton weight and terminal sterilizer having 8.5 ton weight, which is exceeding slabs load bearing capability of 860 kg per meter square, requiring reinforcements. So the 4 slab steel I-beam reinforcement of appropriate size proposed, as can be seen in this diagram, to cater for 4 ton weight of the gel manufacturing tank. Similarly, appropriate size steel I-beam reinforcement for slab proposed to cater for 8.5 ton load of terminal sterilizer, which can be seen in this diagram. Solution and improvement number 2 is for facilitating gel manufacturing tank maintenance. A weakness observed in the layout that this gel manufacturing tank cannot be brought out of the manufacturing area in the event a major maintenance is required to be conducted in a workshop. Hence, solution is to provide a detachable panel wall to the manufacturing room to enable removal of the tank in this corridor and brought to the maintenance workshop. Solution and improvement number 3 is related to the regulatory GMP non-compliance, whereby a weakness observed in the proposed layout which facilitates the transfer of the primary packaging material from transfer room directly to the gel filling room via the sliding door. This is not acceptable in GMP clean rooms. So simple solution is to replace the sliding door with a panel wall and let the transfer of the primary packaging material happen via this lift door into the corridor and lift door or the gel filling room to the gel filling room. Solution and improvement number 4 is related to the enhancement for GMP regulatory compliance, where proposed clean room monitoring system automation to enable real-time monitoring of HVAC system parameters such as differential pressure, room temperature and humidity, airflow velocity, non-viable and viable particulate monitoring in critical operation zones. The sensors of these parameters, non-viable particulate, viable particulate, room temperature, differential pressure, airflow velocity, is feeding real-time data to the onboard computer, which is analyzing it in real time and alerting of any transient or deviation events to the user or manufacturing personnel who can take appropriate predetermined action in time. This acts as a enhancement for the contamination control strategy. So as a conclusion, solutions and improvement were proposed based on SWOT analysis for the enhancement of building structure and GMP regulatory compliance, essential for obtaining necessary manufacturing license for the facility from National Pharmaceutical Regulatory Agency. Furthermore, the company or the manufacturer able to achieve its goal of increase product output and eliminate dependency, outsourcing dependency, which enables manufacturer for the timely delivery of the products to the customer. So both goal is able to achieve. With this, I end my presentation. Thank you.